Good. Okay. Good afternoon. 2 days ago, we had a carjacking north at Crestline in Lincoln, just within the city limits. During that carjacking, the owner of the vehicle was shot twice, is still in the hospital. The vehicle was taken from the scene. We did put a bulletin out to the entire agency, asking our officers to be on the lookout for the vehicle that was taken in this carjacking. Shortly before 5 o'clock today, our officers did locate the vehicle in the parking lot here at the Walmart. They called in more resources, set up surveillance on the vehicle, and noticed several people in and out of the vehicle while they were waiting for more officers to arrive. At one point, the vehicle started to move. The officers realized the risk to the community was great at this point, so they moved in and blocked the vehicle. Contact was made between the vehicle taken in the carjacking as well as the officer's vehicle. Commands were given. A female passenger exited the vehicle. The driver did not exit the vehicle. And at one point, 2 officers did fire their weapons, and the individual was shot. The individual was armed at the time he was shot as well. The investigation will fall under the umbrella of our Spokane Investigative Regional Response Team. The Sheriff's Office will be the lead on this as well. And then the medical examiner will release the name of the individual who is deceased at this time.
Is it the black Chevy Impala?
No, it's the white Ford Explorer. It's the vehicle that was taken in the carjacking.
You said the driver was deceased?
The driver of this was deceased, yes.
Can you tell us about leading up to the shooting? Did he make any kind of erratic movements? What did he do?
So, under the normal officer-involved shooting protocol, the Sheriff's Office will interview the officers that fired their handguns or rifles. And in this case, that won't occur for probably several days, so we don't have that information yet. I do know at least one body camera was on out here at the time. I'm not sure exactly who had that body camera, what position they were in, but we do have at least some body camera footage as well.
Did the person that was shot, did they fire their weapon at all? And how many of your officers fired their weapons?
I don't have any information that the individual that was shot fired his weapon, and 2 officers discharged their weapons.
Police officers?
2 police officers, that's correct, sorry.
How many people were in and out of the car? There was a female passenger, the person that shot and killed. Anybody else?
Yeah, I don't have an exact number. 2 to 3 is what I'm told, at least 2, possibly 3. So let me stress too, this is all preliminary, subject to change. Please understand that this is just the initial information we have. No interviews have occurred yet. That'll occur by the Sheriff's Office in several days, so this is subject to change.
If the driver didn't shoot, did he at least threaten to shoot or anything along those lines?
And again, that's information that will come out during the interview by the Sheriff's Office.
This has happened in a busy parking lot at one of the busiest times of day. In a situation like this, what kind of discretion needs to happen with the officers before they realize what they need to do?
You know, officers are always weighing the risk in these types of situations. You let this individual leave knowing that this vehicle and possibly the occupants just shot someone 2 days ago multiple times and they're still in the hospital. Do you try to let them leave the parking lot, or do you try to keep them in here where you can control their movement? It's a constant risk analysis, and you have to make those decisions in seconds.
So your officers thought there was a potential threat to the public, and that's why they acted here in the parking lot as they tried to leave.
That is correct. Just based on the shooting 2 days ago, absolutely there was that very strong potential of a threat to the community. The gun wasn't recovered. The suspect had not been formally identified yet. We didn't actually have a firm identity on the suspect, but what we did know is that vehicle was taken from someone that had been shot twice, and now that vehicle with possibly the same suspects in it was trying to leave the parking lot.
Speaking of the parking lot, is it correct to say it's a massive undertaking at this time of day to block all of this off as people continue to come in here?
It is. We held some officers over as well, some of our neighborhood resource officers to help as we work our way through this process.
Tell me what's going to be going on throughout the evening here, not only with the Spokane Police Department, but with other agencies involved as well.
Absolutely. So right now the officers are down at the station where they will be processed by the Spokane County Sheriff's Office. Detectives, you will have detectives out here as well. We will be getting witness statements. We will be getting footage from obviously the area businesses to see what that captured on it as well. The officers will then be put on standard paid administrative leave, which is the normal process after an officer-involved shooting. And then the Sheriff's Office will take the lead, go through all of their interviews, collect all the evidence, and then once they get done with the entire case file, they will then forward that to the prosecutor for the prosecutor to determine if there's any criminal culpability. Once that is finished, once the case is forwarded to the sheriff's office, we will then start our administrative investigation to ensure that no policies or procedures were violated.
And I apologize if I missed it. The driver's deceased. Do we have the female passenger in custody?
We do have her detained right now, yes. Okay, anything else? All right, thank you all very much. I appreciate it.